Turn to some of the other breaking news, Congressman, we're following. As you heard, the New York Times now reporting that Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross threatened to fire employees at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, for tweets contradicting President Trump's claim that Hurricane Dorian might actually hit Alabama. What's your reaction to that report?
Well, it's pretty clear. If that story is true, and I don't know that it is, but if that story is true, the Commerce Secretary needs to resign now. That would be the most blatant use of an official position in the service of the ego and the political fortunes of the president that we have ever seen. And in this case, it's particularly serious because, of course, issues around weather forecasting, ships rely on that, communities rely on that. People make decisions about whether a hurricane is coming or if it's not. By the way, the Commerce Department also provides all of the data on the United States economy, which is used by our businesses and by people who watch the United States economy. So if the Commerce Secretary is saying, I don't care what's true, here's what the president wants, he needs to go, and he needs to go yesterday.
Let's talk about the president's scheduling and then canceling a Camp David summit with the Taliban. What message did the president send by even considering this meeting in the first place?
Well, I'll say two things about that. Number one, I do support the president and his goal to withdraw American troops from Afghanistan. It's our longest war now. It's not a situation that is getting better. I've been there many times, and I always hear, well, we're just on the brink of it getting better, and it never turns out to be the case. So I absolutely do support the president's efforts to strike a deal that will get the United States out of Afghanistan. Now, second thing, let's remember, the Taliban are not the Israelis and the Egyptians. You think of the Camp David Accords that brought together, those two parties. The Taliban are a murderous, backward-looking, sect of people that want us all living in the 9th century. They want women in the homes. They kill women who want to get educated. And by the way, they harbored the people who attacked us on 9/11. So they do not get in front of a camera under any circumstances, much less at the kind of stage that Camp David or the White House provides. So what I would say to this president, and I think I did say to this president via social media, is please make a deal. We need to deal with some pretty nasty people in our own interest, but do not give these guys a platform, especially so close to the anniversary of 9/11. Can you imagine what it would be like for I've got an awful lot of them in my district, a family who lost somebody in 9/11, to see the president shaking the hands of the people who harbored the terrorists who committed that act? So again, let's get a deal done, but no Trump-like theatrics. This is not a game show. This is not reality TV. Do a deal, do it quietly, get our troops out of Afghanistan.